Alright, so in this video I'm talking about Design 101. Let's go ahead and get straight into it. Again, this is the information age. This is Design 101. Steps, you always want to make it first useful. So before anything, useful, usable, and beautiful. Useful, so it solves the problems of whatever your customer needs. Usable, of course, because if it's not usable, you're not going to get people to buy it. So always have an MVP, and then the last step is making it beautiful or visually appealing. So first, when you map out the ideas, you want to have chats with yourself first, map out the whole thing, take away what is necessary. So I think this definitely also involves more of the developer side of things. Like if you're an actual coder, you know what I'm talking about. You'll have a full idea, but then you also have the stretch goals of what you want to accomplish or features that you want to add on. Most of the time, when you have your whole idea, you want to accomplish every single thing. That's going to stop you from at least starting and getting, towards your final goal, which is just having something out there to where you want to go ahead and cast that fishing rod, which is your idea, have a couple of people use it. You chat with yourself and others. What works, what didn't work, what was distracting, how does it look, is it going for what you're looking for? Having that banter back and forth could easily make your ideas not only take out the things that isn't necessary or doesn't work and help you hone in and focus and condense the information needed it to get done. That way you can focus primarily on the usefulness and usability of it and then start adding the beauty product. That's why the more visual aspects of everything, even with more or less web design or how your product looks, does not matter. If you wanted to create a new coffee brand, yes, it's important for your brand or your product or service to have that certain look and aesthetic that people want to identify it as. But first you want to make sure the coffee beans and everything that it's useful, that it does these certain features and benefits that you will be marketing towards people, and then focus on the beauty in the back end. Problems. You're going to come across problems, especially even within the design of it, but you just want to figure it out. Trust your gut on what you're doing. If you remember what I said in the other video, when you're genuinely yourself, you're the only one. No matter whom, however many people you add onto your project or your niche, your product, your service, and what you're trying to do, trust in yourself and stick towards yourself. You can take heed to suggestions and what everybody else is doing. And when you do that, definitely sleep on it for a day. You're not trying to accomplish everything and become a millionaire within the next couple months. If you do, shit, good luck. I'm glad that helped. But definitely take heed to what other people say because you might not see it in that perspective and at that time period, but sleeping on it then may make your brain may actually consider and think, oh, okay, now I know what they're saying. But you always want to keep moving forward. Cast out that fishing line again. You might not get a fish this time, but even if you do, go ahead, invest in the process. Next thing is what to keep in mind and what to look for. So when you're actually more on the beauty part, let's say your product service, it's useful, it's usable, people can interact with it online or in real life. You want to look at the color, the contrast, the hierarchy, the alignment, which that's more like actually within web development. So I could take alignment off. Ooh. The topography, so that's more concentrated towards like the text, the font that's being used, the space in between how the front design of your um let's see if I could see it here of something is like this. the spacing in between right here, everything's legible. You see the text that they use. It's something unique. It's aesthetic. It's bold, so my eye is automatically drawn to this right here. Oh, let me do this for you guys. My eye is automatically drawn to this right here. I read the name brand, the branding first, and then the secondary is what they're listed. The Bluetooth speaker with a wireless power bank. So something like that is a perfect example of the design and what they're showing in their product, right? And they're clear, concise. They let you know what it was about. It's a Bluetooth speaker and a power bank. So nobody has to search around the box and find the actual directions, or kind of like how food products are for nutrition facts and stuff like that. Um, and being consistent in your design. Being consistent in design is more of a all across the spectrum upon social media, the branding of the box, or your product and service. Let's say you have an Instagram account, a Facebook account, a TikTok account. Like, you want your branding to remain consistent. That way, somebody doesn't come across it and think it's something totally different. Um, and that's it for design. As far as I know, the next thing we will be going over is writing, which is more how in written format you're conveying your brand's product service to be, and what you're trying to get the person to understand through that format.